the Chargers are in Duval and are road favorites. That was interesting to me at first. Total is set at 47.5 here. Another bit of great news for Charger fans. One, they're not used to getting this time of year. Rashawn Slater is back. A guy that we thought was done for the year 3 months ago. He made a miraculous recovery. His bicep injury is good enough where he can now play. I'm going to actually go with I almost said Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't want to sell the people out there. I am going to go with the Chargers. I'm going to take them -2.5. That's all I'm taking. The Chargers pass defense is 10th in DVOA, right? While the Jaguars pass defense, third worst in the league, 30th. This is two young premier quarterbacks in the league. So what's it mean? I'm going to take the quarterback who has the better matchup here. I understand how hot the Jacksonville Jaguars are, but the playoffs are a different beast. We're still going to have to watch these two go at it. I'll give Trevor Lawrence credit. He has played high-profile games when he was at Clemson, so this isn't going to be that new for him. Justin Herbert won a Rose Bowl. So these guys have been in the big light before and done this. Duval's going to be really, really rowdy. It makes me feel like the line is about perfect. The game could go either way. It's one of the ones I think I'm most excited for this weekend, but I'm going to roll with the Raiders division rival, the Chargers -2.5, purely because of Justin Herbert. They win this game. They cover in spite of Brandon Staley, probably going for it 4th and 15 on his own 10.
Give me Jacksonville +2.5. I'm actually going to take the over at 47.5. Doug Peterson makes it back to the playoffs. And these two are just two different teams than when they faced off here earlier in the year. Jags are one of 9 teams allowing 6,000 plus total yards this year, but only about 120 more than what the Chargers were giving up. Right now, as to Wally's point, Chargers as of late have been playing way better on that side of the ball. But I like to look at the whole picture. Paint me the whole picture like it's one of your French girls. I like the energy. I'm riding high on Jacksonville. I just like that energy. 5-game. They've been number one in some good categories here over that 5-week span. We should expect a shootout here. And then we're going to watch the last game of Brandon Staley era happen here. They're going to lose. Then we're going to get Sean Payton over to the Chargers. Call it a wrap, because then the Chargers can finally live up to their Super Bowl aspirations like they were supposed to this year.
Before you go, David, was that purposely done, the Titanic reference, because they're doing the 25th anniversary remastered version coming out the theaters close to you soon?
Literally had no idea that was happening.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm basically just selling it, people. I'm pushing it. It's going to be an IMAX 4D, baby.
What are you selling?
Wally, our
Chick
resident
flicks fan,
cinematic
baby.
genius.
Oh, chick flick, baby. Gotta love it.
Originally, I was all in on Jacksonville, but then I remembered that they demolished the Chargers in week 3, and I truly mean demolished. It was 38-10. Now that might seem like a stupid take, but I'm taking Chargers 2.5-point favorites and the money line, and I'm doing it for the same reason of the last game. It is hard to beat a team twice. It's even harder to demolish a team twice. I think the Chargers were missing pieces on offense early on. I think they're going to come into Jacksonville with a chip on their shoulder, trying to get revenge for that bitch slap they took early on in the season, not to mention trying to win in the playoffs. They have the better quarterback. I just, all signs point to Chargers -2.5 and money line. And what that means is that Jacksonville is going to win by 40 because it's the fucking Chargers. But I'm still rolling with it because it feels right. But the Chargers always fail me when I'm so confident in them. So,
I mean, these two teams, man, it's these two teams. They love to be unpredictable. Who knows what happens in this game? This game could be 50-49. It could be 10-9. I mean, these two teams, it's a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited for it. But one last question I almost want to ask you guys is, can't we agree that unlike usual for Charger fans, the 14 of them out there, this year has actually been lucky for the Chargers? Like, usually you feel like they're not a team that like reflects their record. You think they're better. But given the injuries, given the inconsistent play, given the bad coaching, I think the fact that they're in this playoff game, they're a road team, I think they're kind of like flying under the radar after being a preseason Super Bowl pick. This might be the perfect spot to be if you are Justin Herbert, Brandon Staley, and the Los Angeles Chargers. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, coming out of that division as well as one of a wild card team. Doesn't matter if you won or came out of a wild card. It's supposed to be a little bit more competitive, but hindsight's 2020. Yeah, they also kind of are coming in a little bit hot, right? And now they're getting healthy. Sean Slater coming back. Derwin James has been playing some great ball too. And I'm what Joey Bosa's over there too, and he's finally starting to get back in the swing of things. They have the correct pieces to dominate and make a run. If it's getting after the pass rusher, you have a quarterback who can spread the ball. And Austin Eckler is ridiculous this year. So they have the pieces to do it. Let's just see if they can put it all together finally.
It's funny to me that we're saying they're having a lucky season, because you're not wrong. But those 14 Chargers fans you mentioned are all fucking angry because they were still hurt all season long at key positions. Like, they're still losing games they should have never lost in the first place. This is typical Chargers, but because the whole roster is not on IR and they won some games that when they were on IR, they wouldn't have won previously, we're calling them lucky. I find that so funny that this what are they, 9-7 or 10-7 team? What are they? 10-7? They are 10-7, right?
10-7.
Yeah, this 10-7 team, we're calling lucky. This team should be 13-4 every single year based on roster alone.